The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. When the time arrived for Elizabeth to have her child, she gave birth to a son. Her neighbors and relatives heard that the Lord had shown his great mercy toward her, and they rejoiced with her. When they came on the 8th day to circumcise the child, they were going to call him Zechariah after his father. But his mother said in reply, "No, he will be called John." But they answered her, "There is no one among your relatives who has this name." So they made signs asking his father what he wished him to be called. And then he asked for a tablet and wrote, "John is his name." And all were amazed. Immediately his mouth was opened, his tongue freed, and he spoke, blessing God. Then fear came upon all their neighbors, and all these matters were discussed throughout the hill country of Judea. All who heard these things took them to heart, saying, "What then will this child be? For surely the hand of the Lord was with him." The Gospel of the Lord. This is our 8th day, and I was thinking, one more day to go, and we will finish the 9 days. But the good thing is, I forgot something yesterday. I have said this in the parish, but the good thing is, I have one takeaway yesterday. And I was about to tell you that because the reading of yesterday was the Magnificat, the Song of Mary, the Song of Praise, Song of Thanksgiving. And my takeaway is simple, because you are in St. Benedict, Auckland Hospital is closed, and if you go to Simon Street, you walk, on the left side is the cemetery. And a little bit further, Mount Eden, okay, is the prison. My takeaway is simple, that I was about to tell you that today, that was still should be yesterday, if you have time, after you sleep in the morning, so visit these 3 places. One is the hospital, and then you will say to yourself, "Lord, thank you, I am still healthy." Second is the prison. "Lord, thank you, I am still free." And the third is the cemetery. And you will say, "Lord, thank you, I am still alive." There are so many things that we have to thank God. But from time to time, it is nice to remember all these things, God's blessings for us. Today, we talk about the child John. Every name has always a meaning. That's why if I have told you at the beginning of the Mass that go back, way back to your infancy, to your childhood, and remember that day when you still remember that you were a child. And then when you were given a name when you were baptized, your name is always a meaning. My name, Mario, comes from 2 Latin, Spanish word. Mar means sea, and Rio means river. But it is the masculine of the name Maria, which is full of grace. Anna means grace, we have heard yesterday. And whatever your name is, try to discover the meaning of your names. But the good thing is, a child is always a blessing from God. And today, remember the blessings that you were, and that you are, and who you are. You are God's blessings, and how far have you used that kind of blessings that God has entrusted to you? Whenever we talk about children, I always remember the story about that child who usually asks his parents, "Mama, can you give me a brother or a sister? Where can we get a brother or a sister? And then the parents told him, well, you pray to God. And then the boy, simple as he was, so he prayed every day, Lord, please give me a brother or a sister. And eventually, the mother got pregnant. And the boy was so happy when the mother announced to him that he is going to have a baby brother. And every time coming from school, he usually touched the belly of his mother, and then he always sing for his little brother. But unluckily, the baby was to be born prematurely. And when he was born cesarean, and then immediately the baby boy was put in the incubator. And then the doctor, the sad news said that the baby boy is going to live only for few hours. Naturally, the parents were devastated, but the main problem is how they will tell the brother that he has a brother, but he will not live longer. And naturally, the news should be told. So he was told and said, no. God has given me that brother. He is a gift from God. He will not take it from me. And you know the story of a boy with that. And so what they did is just they took the boy to the ICU, and he saw his brother there in the incubator with all the gadget and everything. And then what he did, he just touched the incubator. And he sang the song that he usually sing every day after coming from school. And he sang, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. And to the amazement of the doctor and the nurses, the palpitation of the heart of that little boy in the incubator became so fast. And the doctor told the child, please keep on singing. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You made me know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. And you know the story. He got a baby brother. Sisters and brothers, every child born in this world is precious. It's a gift from God. And each one of you here, you are God's precious gift to us, to the community, to your respective family. While I was reading the Gospel of today, I remember those people, those children that were aborted. And I say a prayer to them. And I lit some candles there yesterday. Today, it is nice to remember. But it is not only that we are grown-ups, that we have forgotten that very moment when each one of us was a little child, with the simplicity, with our dependence on our parents, but much more the joy of thinking of nothing, just to be with your loved ones, just with your parents. And that is why today, all those children who are here, remember how precious you are. But remember, each one of us also were blessed by God. How far have we shared that blessings to people around us? We love children. And I heard so many parents, when they have their grandchildren, when they took care of them, when they cuddled them in their arms, you could really see, you cannot paint the joy in their faces. But you could still keep those joys if you are going to share your blessedness to people around you. And much more, try to think always and to treasure the gifts of children. When I am a little bit sad, I go to schools. And I just try to look at those children playing with their innocence, with their joyfulness, thinking of nothing, worrying nothing. That's why when you have problems, when you are in crisis, go back to that time or go to the school and look at those children and you will be inspired. That is how God bless us. Every time a baby is born in this world, it means that God is always present. And He continues to bless us. That's why today, in this celebration, let us remember all our children. All the children who are here in this Mass, all of you who were children before, all of us, and much more, all those children that will be born. And every time we hear, especially all the nurses and medical practitioners who are here, every time you see a child, hold him, hold her, and always say a little prayer. Lord, thank you for being with us. You haven't forgotten us. You never give up on us. Although we have done so many bad things in our lives, but you still continue to bless us with your presence with all these children. Always remember, sisters and brothers, now that we are grown-ups, the good thing is, still God's blessing cannot be erased from us. Each one of us is always a blessing. And as I usually say, who you are now is God's gift to you. What you can do for yourselves now would be the best gift that you could offer on the birthday of Jesus. God bless us all.